It is lovely to be here live with you today. I am coming live today because today is the launch of the Profit Plan. This is a book that I have been working on. I've been kind of dedicated to writing it for the last few months, but in reality, this has been a book that has been in the planning for probably in reality around 2 years to maybe even 3 years. Once I developed the profit plan method and started rolling it out en masse to clients, it started to get a life of its own. Once I started to have profit advisors in my business teaching it, it started to become a big thing. And therefore, writing the profit plan book was an inevitable part of the next step that I needed to take. So let me know if you're tuning into the live today. Let me know if you're here watching live. Of course, if you're watching the replay, give me a hello. But we are currently live in various places all over Facebook, also on Twitter, on YouTube, and on TikTok. So do let me know if you're tuning in live. Give me a hello. I am here today to announce the launch of the Profit Plan on Kindle. I am very, very excited that we now have it on Kindle. It will incidentally be coming to paperback probably before the end of the year, but currently on Kindle now. If you don't have a Kindle device, you can get the Kindle app on your phone, download or on your tablet, and you can download it there, and you can get the book and read the book through there. I highly, highly recommend that you do. We do actually have a few bonuses in place. If you buy the book before the end of the week, then we have some special bonuses in place. So if you are going to do that, let me know in the comments that you've purchased, and we'll get you added to a special secret series of live streams. Not that secret because I'm telling you now. Series of live streams that we are doing next week for those that buy early. So if you have purchased the book already, if you are purchasing the book today as you are watching it, do let me know, and I will make sure that you get added to that special secret list. Hey, everyone who is tuning in. Hey, Tim, long time no see indeed. It's lovely to see you here. Thank you for joining me and tuning in today. I do appreciate it. So what we are speaking about today is the launch of the Profit Plan on Kindle. That is what we have today. Like I say, the paperback will hopefully be with us by the end of the year. I am due to receive the proofs of that this week. So we will have a look at that and see how that is going. But I highly, highly encourage you to get on and order the Kindle. It is 77 pence on Kindle today. So it is very, very cheap. You can just search the Profit Plan inside your Amazon account, or you can head to annetteandco.co.uk/ppbook. That will shortcut you into Amazon, so you can find it that way as well. So do make sure that you tune in. So I want to read you today the foreword from the book on this live stream, because I think it will be useful for you. I may also read a little bit of the first chapter as well. I think it will be very useful for you too. To understand what the Profit Plan is all about. The Profit Plan was basically a method that I devised 7 years ago now. I did it in my own business, and then we started rolling it out to clients' businesses. So it has been something that's been tried and tested now for a long, long time. So I want to start by reading you the foreword of the Profit Plan book. The reason I know that building a profit plan can change your life is that it did exactly that for me. I developed the profit plan when I was in desperation and struggle. I developed this system and it got me out of it. The profit plan is the exact steps that I took in my business. It's the exact steps that we take in our clients' businesses, and it is what has absolutely transformed my business. It's not only changed my life, but it's also changed the lives of my family and my children. Remember, where we are today is no reflection of what is possible in our lives and in our business. Where you are today is just a line in the sand, and we can draw that and we can move forward. we can get that highly profitable business, we can increase our take home, and we can do that without the hustle and the push of driving revenue. That is not what this book is about. It's about increasing profit with the business you currently have. I invite you now to step into your power as a CEO of your business, regardless of whether you are a solopreneur or whether you have a team underneath you. You are the CEO of your business. Consuming content doesn't get us anywhere. It's the implementation that counts. And if you are reading a paperback version of this book, then please do write in this book. Write your answers in the questions raised pages in the margins. Highlight the passages that resonate with you. Use it as a textbook and refer to it often as your guide to profitability. So let's dive in. Now, as I mentioned, of course, today we are launching the Kindle version of the book, and it will be probably maybe a month until the paperback version is released. But don't hold off. Do get the Kindle version. It's only 77p. It is cheaper than your daily morning coffee or tea. So do make sure that you come and you order that. It is available through Amazon. You just need to just type in the profit plan and you should manage to find it in there. So anyone who pre-ordered, it would have been delivered to your devices this morning. If it has not been, then you need to go in and check your Kindle settings in your Amazon account so that it is delivered to your device, but it should have been delivered to your device probably overnight as you slept. So do make sure that you download it to your device if you have pre-ordered. We had a great number of people pre-order, and I'm very, very excited about that. But do come and purchase if you have not already by going to Amazon and searching the profit plan, or heading to annetteandco.co.uk/ppbook. That will shortcut you into Amazon as well if you want to do it that way. For those of you that are watching on some platforms, that URL is on your screen and in the description to this video, not on TikTok, of course, because we can't do it that way. But on other devices, it is. So, buying as soon as I'm done. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. Awesome. And by the way, once you do purchase, make sure you consume, make sure you read, make sure you implement, and of course, leave me a review in Amazon as well. I would massively, massively appreciate that. So digging into chapter 1, let me give you some taste of chapter 1. It was 3 a.m. sometime in January 2015 when the journey to developing the profit plan methodology began. I was up in the night feeding and settling my then 6-week-old. He didn't sleep, which meant neither did I. I had started my business Annette & Co., a chartered accounting firm, 5.5 years before. I was making a 6-figure revenue. I had clients coming in. I had a team. On the outside, things looked good. I had friends telling me I was inspirational. But behind the curtain, I was taking nothing home financially from the business. Time and time again, I would say, we'll get money out. I just need another couple of clients. But I had said that for so long that I really had exhausted that excuse. Every time I got a new client, it seemed that my costs would increase as well. I'd need more software licenses, more time, and therefore money spent on my team. It seemed like there was never any extra for me. I was living off the financial scraps of my business. This is something, by the way, that for those of you that have been following me for a long time, you will know that I share exactly that phrase many, many times, living off the financial scraps of our business. And it is not a fun place to be. So back into the book. Actually, that was a gross exaggeration. I wasn't even doing that. My husband's wage was supporting us. My business was not contributing at all, not one penny. All my costs just seemed so necessary. Everything felt essential. So how was I going to get out of this hole I felt I had dug for myself? At the same time, my pricing wasn't cheap. I was on or above market. So how on earth did I not have any spare money for us? But that was part of the issue. I was looking at business as if I was entitled to the spare, and there was never any spare. Why? Because I had not planned for there to be any spare at all. Therefore, of course, there wasn't any. It seems obvious now, but back then it really wasn't. So back to January 2015, I had a 6-week-old son. I took no maternity leave. So as well as being up through the night feeding, I was also in the day attempting to balance looking after a tiny baby and running a business. Honestly, I wasn't doing either amazingly. I was exhausted, trying to check emails on my phone in snippets of time, arranging client calls during nap times, and after my husband was home from work, or my amazing in-laws thankfully came to look after my son and took him out for the day, I wasn't focusing on the cash and the numbers. I was just about hanging on to the client work. Of course, the irony is that I felt like I didn't have any time or mental capacity at that point to spend half a day looking at my own finances. But in reality, that time would have helped me immensely with running of my business and given me the insights I needed to make decisions. But hindsight is a wonderful thing. I read lots of books on my Kindle during those long night feeds. And at 3 a.m. one morning, I stumbled across a book called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz, one which you've probably, by the way, I'm going off script here, heard me speak about before because it has been big in my business. Back to the book. The discovery of that book was the catalyst for everything that changed, including for developing the profit plan method. I devoured the book over a couple of nights and it showed me a whole new side to my business in a way I had never looked at it before. My natural assumption was that since I was a chartered accountant, I would just click with the money side of my business. This wasn't an area I needed to work on or even spend time looking at. Marketing and sales, sure, I needed to study those, work hard on those to deliver results. But the money side, no. I knew how to do my tax returns. I could do client accounts and bookkeeping in my sleep. So no problems there with the money. Except, of course, there was a massive problem. I wasn't paying myself, which should have set off huge alarm bells. A business that's more than a year in and paying the owner nothing has some big issues that need sorted and quickly to stop the business from going under and the business owner being resentful of the business. 5.5 years in, I was just so stupid. What on earth was I thinking? As a brief synopsis, the Profit First book teaches a really great cash management method, which enables businesses to become more profitable. And my immediate thoughts as I was reading it were, why on earth has no one taught this before? And why didn't I learn this during my accounting training? It seemed so logical. It takes what some might know as the envelope method used in personal finances and applies to business. With the envelope method, you take the income that has come into your household and you divide it into separate envelopes or pots for different purposes. You have the rent envelope, utilities envelope, food envelope, etc. This would mean you'd always know how much you had to spend in the different areas of your life. Well, Profit First applied that to business, but instead of envelopes, you had different bank accounts, one for profit, owner's pay, income, expenses, one for tax, as a starting point. But even more than a practical method of allocating money into different pots, what it did for me was it took me a step further, because at that point I asked myself, why on earth have I not been looking at my business as a CFO would, Chief Financial Officer, or FD, as we sometimes call them, Financial Director? Why have I been leaving the profitability to chance, not doing budgeting or producing management information for myself? Before running my business, I worked in corporate in both oil and gas industry and in investment banking. In that setting, we did departmental budgets as well as firm-wide budgets. If the actuals were not very close to the budgeted numbers, it meant something had gone very, very wrong. And the stock market reacted accordingly because the markets believed, and rightly so, that those running businesses should be able to predict with a great degree of accuracy exactly the profit the business would make each quarter. This entire concept has been lost for 99.9% of small businesses. No budgets and no financial planning is the norm. This might just explain why, on average, business failure is also the norm. What I realized at that point was, if that can be done for a multi-million pound business with hundreds or thousands of moving parts, why on earth can't it be done for a small business? Why can't I do this for myself? And of course, the answer was that I could. I just hadn't yet. So, armed with this new understanding and clarity, as well as the Profit First cash management system I had discovered, I headed off to build out my very first profit plan. And the work I did enabled my business to provide a strong contribution to my family 18 months later, when my husband left his full time job and became a full time stay at home dad to look after our son and the daughter I was then pregnant with at the time. The profit plan is to this day something that I rely on every single day in my business. It is my decision making tool and my profitability tool. It is something we have also installed in hundreds of clients' businesses too, with similar results, both through our one-to-one work with accountancy clients and with members of our Business Wealth Academy. I firmly believe that the profit plan is the foundation on which financially healthy businesses are built. The profit plan will answer the questions for you, such as when can I hire a new team member, or can I increase the amount I'm putting into my pension? You will have a clear answer with the profit plan as to whether the decisions you are making will help or hinder your business. And you might at this point be wondering, what does a profit plan actually look like? What is this thing I will be creating? Do I need some fancy and expensive software? The profit plan is simple, really. It's done in Excel or Google Sheets or your favorite spreadsheet package. And I also include an example in the book. We also have a link to resources where you can see examples. That is at annetteferguson.com/pp resources. You'd think that not taking money home from my business for years would have forced my hand on working on this stuff much sooner, but it didn't. What I can say is that since figuring it out, that is when everything changed in my business for me. My profit grew massively and my revenue growth was not strangled by this either. And on top of that, I now work 25 to 30 hours a week. I'm able to take holiday time off and do hobbies that I love, as well as be there for my children. It's all because of the profit plan method. And the stages in that are vision, money leaks, revenue plan, owner's pay, team, profit, and your implementation strategy. With these 7 parts installed in your business, you too will be on the path to financial health. And note, if you have been around the business block a few times, you might be tempted to skip the vision part of this book. You may feel like you have a clear vision or that you've done this type of thing hundreds of times before, but I urge you to trust the process, work through this part as well as the other areas. So let's get building your profit plan together. And if you want the spreadsheet template to build your profit plan, you can head to annetteferguson.com/pp resources. So that gives you a little insight into the beginning of the profit plan book. The profit plan truly will change your business, and I would love for you to come and check it out. Like I said, it's only 77p on Amazon. It's insanely bargainous. Bargainous is a new word I've just decided to make up. It is a massive, massive bargain. 77p on Amazon. You just need to go over to Amazon and type in the profit plan. It's by me, Annette Ferguson. Or you can head to annetteandco.co.uk/pp book and you can get your copy there. So do make sure that you do that. Come in, get your profit plan book. We have some great bonus resources available for those that purchase early as well. So if you are, then do let us know in the comments. Let me know, DM me, please let me know if you've purchased it so that we can add you to the special bonuses as well. And I cannot wait to hear about you implementing your profit plans in your business as a result of getting the profit plan book today, reading, devouring it, and of course, as I said, implementing what you learn as part of that as well, because the implementation is absolutely the key thing too. So it was lovely to speak to everyone today. Thank you for joining me and tuning in. I do appreciate it. Any questions on the profit plan, then do let me know as well. I'm happy to receive DMs around it. I'm happy to receive comments in this stream, wherever you happen to be watching. So do let me know if you have any questions about profit planning, about the profit plan book, about getting profit planning and profit first for that matter, implemented in your business. Then do let me know so that we can help and support you to do that. And thanks for tuning in today, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you all very, very soon. Take care.